Shall I put the song?
Yeah, Vimal, you can share the song.
Welcome everyone and a good day to all of you. Today we will be discussing Module 2 in Level 1, Modern Approaches in Early Childhood Education. This is Session 7, Rewiring Part 2. The lecture was conducted by Madam Meena Yamanur. She is the founder of the Meena Yamanur Learning Academy, as well as being an educator for over 25 years. Next slide, please. Today we are looking at how we can rewire our minds. So we are going to talk about how many of us feel that it is difficult to change. So first of all, we need to try and understand who we are. Are we happy with the person we are? Do we actually know who we are? And then we need to think about what are the things we would like to change. Maybe we want to improve ourselves in certain aspects. So when it comes to those things, once you've identified it, are you really able to make that change? So that is what we are going to look into in today's lecture. Next slide, please. Now, what we have to do is there is a mirror here. So if you have a mirror with you right now, you can look at yourself. We can see our outer appearance. What do you think about that person? Is that person who you really want yourself to be? Do you feel that, okay, maybe I look a little tired, I look a little older? Okay, maybe I wish my hair was another way. Okay, are all these perceptions our own, or are most of them things that people have actually put into our minds? Have they said, okay, you are like this, okay, maybe you're too thin, or you're fat, or you, whatever they say, they put it into our mind? And is it what we have heard? Is it what we have taken in as their ideas have now turned into our ideas, and we see ourselves like that? So we need to really look at ourselves and understand if we are happy with this person. Are we really, really happy, or do we find some things that maybe we could change? Okay, and then try to find out how we can change it. Thank you. Next slide, please.
Thank you, Vimory. Now, as she explained, now we are going to see about ourselves. Now, we are going to do some reflects about, first, we are going to see about your appearance. That means our appearance. I will give you some questions here. I look ugly. My hair is bad. I'm too fat. My skin is terrible. I have a big nose. My teeth are crooked. I look plain. My clothes look bad. I look tired and I don't like my smile. So you can do a small reflect about yourself, about your appearance. Next, we are going to see about my cooking. That means about your cooking skills. My cooking is awful. I always burn the food. My dishes lack flavor. I can't follow recipes properly. I make unhealthy food choices. I overcook the vegetables. My baking never turns out right. I can't make anything fancy. I use too much salt. I don't know how to cook well. So you can do a small reflect about your cooking skills. Next, the bond between yourself and the family. You're going to see about my family and the relationship you have with your family. My family is always fighting. I never spend time together. I mean, we never spend time together. My parents don't understand me. I have a poor communication skill. My family is too strict. I don't get support. My siblings and I don't get along. Our house is always a chaotic. We never have fun together. My family does not listen to me. So again, when it comes here, you just then looking at these questions, do a small reflect about really what do you think about your work? Are you happy? Are you satisfied? So, what kind of what kind of challenges you're facing at your work? So, for an example, I can say, I always miss my deadlines. My work is not good enough. I can't keep up with my tasks. I'm bad at giving presentations. I look unprofessional. I never have good ideas. My reports are full of mistakes. I don't communicate well. I look tired and stressed at work. I'm not a good team player. So you can do a small reflect about yourself. And final comes about your money and wealth. I never have enough money. I always in debt. I can't save anymore. I spend too much time. I have low paying job. I can't afford nice things. I have a bad credit card. I have a I'm terrible at managing money. I can't invest in anything and I always worry. So and so using this strength and weaknesses, you can think what kind of changes you can do about yourself, what kind of you can do about yourself. So roughly you will get an idea. Thank you.
Shazna? Thank you, Shazna. Yes, now Shazna said how many of us nagging over and over again about these problems. Previous slide, please. Yes. So how many of you are make change, 1% change? If you can make 1% change every day, little by little, actually the results will be very massive over time. So let's try to change ourselves 1% every day. So when we think like that, actually our neurons, you can see in this slide, the neurons can also make changes. When we take ourselves as teachers, we should make ourselves uh, the teaching methods, the strategies, and the other how a teacher should teach the children. These things we have to reflect and change at least 1% daily. Then the neurons, in the brain is very small, and even though the brain is small, there are 1 billion neurons in our brain. So they receive, they communicate, and they respond to the stimulus environment. So when we change ourselves, the neurons also rewire. Otherwise, they can come to the uh, new way, new appearance, so that we can rewire ourselves by making 1% change every day. Next slide, please. Yes. So we should be ready to rewire our brain because every new learning, experience, and habits form new connection in the brain by our neuron. So let's see what are the activities or how to rewire ourselves. Over to you, Dulanji.
Thank you, teacher. Yes. Meena ma'am said the audience to write the negative comments of what people think about their relationship, health, family, themselves, etc. And like she asked to burn and close your eyes and tell what you're going to feel. First, she asked us to write the negative things of us. Then she asked us to burn it. So then audience commented as I feel like very fresh, relaxed likewise. These are simple activities, mindfulness activities that we can do to like mindful yourself. And again, she asked the audience to do more activities. Actually, all these things are 3 minutes activities. The next activity that she spoke about is by sitting straight, by closing your eyes, you should concentrate to the breathe, inhale and exhale. After the time duration pass, she put some time duration, 3 minutes time duration, and everyone commented like, I'm really feeling really better, good, comfortable, relaxed mind, mind is really clear, etc. Then after that, she said clap by like tapping your fingertips, even like this. So it's these are really small activities. Next slide, please. Next slide. Next slide, please. We are talking about the simple activities that we can do. What Meena ma'am said to rewire and like for mindfulness activities. Next slide, please. Yeah. And again, these 3 minute small activities, what I have spoke is, we have more activities to present. And like these small activities are help to like live with our family members. It's like next activity she wants the audience to do is just by taking your favorite book and read it for 3 minutes. Then she asked that, are we capable to do that or not during these 3 minutes activities? Some of the people can't read during these 3 minutes. They can't concentrate to that. And some of the people are very much concentrating and doing the activity. Then she asked that, are we capable to do this activity? And she asked, then after that, after doing these things practically, she asked something to eat. Actually, she advised us to keep a food before these mindful activities. Then after that, after completing all these mindful and meditation activities, she asked us to eat something. When you're like eating this snack, small snack, you have to use your five senses. According to her point of view, we need to use our five senses, five organs of us, and take the snack with our hands and like feel it, look at it, smile with it, and like take it closer to your nostrils and feel the smell. And like by chewing it, by listening to the sound, uh, when it's biting, we got a little sound. So simply connecting this food with our five senses. When you're considering the comments for this activity, they told that the food is much tastier than before. Felt that they're actually eating, they feel the eating process and all. This is actually the 1% change according to Meena ma'am. Most of the time you don't think, and we don't think, and we don't have enough time to think what we are eating and what we are doing. We can't focus it. We just rushing, and we just doing the activity very hurriedly and jumping up to the next one. But when you're doing this one in a mindful manner, you're really relaxed and focused. And also she said to lock our hands, like it's a simple exercise activity. Lock our hands back in our head and press in them. This is a simple relaxing exercise. Just by closing your eyes, smile, inhale and exhale. So then rub your palm without like opening your eyes. Observe how you feel. She asked us to like comment the experience. You like recognizing, recalling, and acknowledging with you. You can feel yourself actually when you're recognizing you. You feel very relaxed and rewire your mind. Mindfulness is there, overcoming your challenges, and in your life with these things you can concentrate your work properly. Okay, with that we came to the end of the presentation. Thank you for hearing us. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. This is the group presentation of Stage 1, Group 1, English Medium of Advanced Diploma in Early Childhood Care Development, implemented by South Asian International of Quality Education by ECCD teachers in South Asian countries. Next slide, please. Today our lecture is Modern Approach in Early Childhood Education, Mold Myself by Nina Yamano. Next slide, please. Our group presenters are Vimuri Nugegoda. She's the founder of World of Wonders Early Childhood Education Center, and Fatima Shazna Rafi, the founder and course trainer, Phonic World Sri Lanka, and Dilshad Siddiqa, Naja International School at India, and Dulanjit Dhanayaka, director and principal of Malkapula Future Minds Montessori School. So let's start our lecture. Yes. As Meena ma'am says in lecture 7, she says, how many of you are to make 1% change? She asks us, how many of you can change 1% every day? So in lecture 7, she says how to change ourselves. So we can change and improve ourselves 1% every day so that the results will be very big. So this can change our kids' lives too. Next slide, please. Yes, you can see neurons. So as we told earlier, as Meena ma'am says, these neurons are very important to us, our kids' brain and our brain itself. There are 1 billion neurons in our brain, even though the brain is very small. And brain and nervous system is very important to kids and also adults, because when the kids are in fetus, it is recommended to mothers to get folic acid to strengthen the nervous system, because these neurons are very important to improve the multiple intelligence of kids. Sometimes we see in our schools, even primary or secondary, we can see some children have learning difficulties, and it's very difficult to grab. So that's not only because of the nutritions or other things, it's because of these neurons. So neurons are very important in our brain to strengthen our multiple intelligence and to develop our multiple intelligence and other skills. Next slide, please. Yes, so we have to rewire our brain. Actually, rewiring, that means again, we have to remove our negative thoughts, negative ideas, and adapt positive minds into our brain is called rewire. So when we adopt new strategies, positive attitudes, learnings, and modern approaches, these neurons grab and rewire and form new connections. So we can see how neurons in our brain connect each other. Next slide, please. Yes, you can see the neurons, two neurons connect each other so that we can have very good connections or strategies to make our brain rewire using these methods. This method we can adopt to our schools also, preschools and also primary, secondary, both sections. We can design very good activities for children, and these activities will help children to get fresh minds, and also it will be a good pathway of learning. So new experience give new brain connections or new brain wiring. Next slide, please. As you can see a neuron, earlier we saw the connections of two neurons, how they connect. So, and here you can see the existing connection of neurons. What they do is they communicate and they respond, they receive the stimuli of the environment. Next slide, please. Yes, you can see the same neurons, how they are connected in the brain. Next slide, please. Yes, this is the brain structure. We know 1 billion of neurons are there in our brain to communicate and to learn and also to respond to the stimuli. Next slide, please. I think we have explained. We have explained all these neurons in one slide. Yes, over to you, Shasna. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Dilshad. So again, in previous session also, we just did a small reflect about our appearance, and now again, we are going to reflect about our appearance with some strengthened word, the positive word. So first, uh, we thought, okay, I look ugly. But today, after the previous session, now we realize we shouldn't see ourselves as ugly. We can say I look great. So we can be very confident about ourselves. My hair is bad. Now you can say my hair looks nice and shiny because now you have got some positive attitudes toward you. I'm too fat. So now you can sit there and saying, I'm too fat. I love how this outfit fits me. So my skin is terrible. My skin looks healthy and ready. So now you're looking yourself with a positive aspect. I have a big nose. Instead of focusing about your nose, why can't you focus about in your smile? So you can say, I have a bright smile. So my cheeks are crooked. You can say my style is unique and trendy. I look plain. Now you can say I feel confident about my appearance. My clothes look bad. I like the way I look in photos. I look tired. My eyes just look bright and clear. I don't like my smile. I feel good about overall looks. So now in the last previous session, we thought about some negative aspects about our appearance. Now we are changing our negative aspects into a positive way. So now let's take next our cooking skill. So earlier we meant a word called my cooking is awful. Now you can say my cooking is delicious. So we kind of change the way we look towards ourselves. So we always need to spread the positive attitude. I always burn the food. I make healthy meals. My dishes lack flavor. My recipes turns out well. I can't follow recipes properly. You can say I'm good at experimenting new dishes. So if you're trying something new, you can say, yes, I'm good at experimenting the new dishes. I make unhealthy food choices. Now you're saying I use fresh, high quality ingredients. I overcook the vegetables. My baking skills have improved. Then my baking never turns out right. Now you are making. So I can say I can make balanced and nutritious meal. I can't make anything fancy. Instead of that, you're changing it. My meals are always enjoyed by others. I use too much salt. I know how to season my food perfectly. I don't know how to cook well. I have mastered some great cooking techniques. So, from negative aspect, we have changed ourselves into the positive aspect. Thank you.
Thank you, teacher. Like Sashna's teacher said previously, we have to turn to the negative aspects into a positive manner. So this is talking about my family or relationship. My family is always fighting. You can think instead of this negative feeling, you can think my family has a very good bond. We talk and discussing our problems, and we sort our problems. We came to a solution with like discussion with the involvement of all the other members. So you can think about the positivity always. As next one, we never spend time together. No, we are spending together. We just in our table we are discussing and spending time together. We are very happy about ourselves. So my parents don't understand me. Some like young children might think about this, but you have to have a positive. No, my parents are always concerned about me. They are putting their effort, and they're trying to like always put up to me all the all the burden they got just because of me, just to see my improvements. Likewise, we have to think about the positivity always. We have poor communication. No, we have a great communication. We can understand each other very well. My family is too strict. No, they are not too strict. They are concerning about me. Likewise, I don't get support. No, I'm always getting the support, even for this transportation, even for my work. They are always there me to help. So my siblings and I don't get along. Our house is always it's a miserable. We never have fun together. Likewise, these are 10 no 20 actually negative things that we need to change it to a positive. Next slide, please. Next slide, please. About my work. So we are always busy with our works. In there also, we got so many negative feelings, but we have to have a positive feeling with everything we are doing already. I'm always miss deadlines. No, I can do this. Anyhow, I've tried my best to do that. I'm always strict to the deadlines, and I'm going to finish it off, complete my tasks with very happily and like very successfully. My work is not good enough. No, my work is very good, very good. Like everyone is appreciating me. Likewise, I can't keep up with my task. I'm bad at giving presentations. No, I can make it very good by practicing, and I'm doing it very well. I look unprofessional. No, I'm looking great. I'm wearing a professional, and I'm very good. I'm good at talking, and likewise, I'm very professional. I never have good ideas. No, I am creative. I have good ideas. I have innovative methods to do some things. Likewise, my reports are full of mistakes. I don't communicate well. No, these are 20 negative feelings or impacts that we can create in day-to-day working area, but we have to have the positivity always. We have to change these negative feelings into a positive manner. I think next slide goes to our next teacher. Thank you. Over to you, teacher.
Thank you, Tulanji. So now we're going to talk about money and wealth. So like we looked at before, relationships and work and all that, we're going to see some points that are looking at a negative aspect of how we manage our money. I never have enough money. But what ma'am says is, instead of looking at it in a negative way, think of it in a way that you can actually make a difference and say, I'm able to save regularly. I'm always in debt. I manage my money well. So this comes to that 1% change. Once we tell ourselves that, okay, we are not doing so bad, we are making improvements, we can see that 1% at a time, we will improve. So we can see on the left-hand side, the 10 negative comments, and on the right-hand side, ways that we can say it in a more uplifting manner. Next slide, please. So neuroplasticity and learning. So we've been talking about the neurons. They're the building blocks of our brain. And neuroplasticity is the ability for these neurons to change and adapt. So especially in children, this is a very highly unique thing that they can do very well. When you become an adult, sometimes it becomes a little more difficult, but children have really good neuroplasticity because they are able to change and adapt. The neurons keep making new connections, and once it makes a new connection, you need to be able to do more things to make that connection stronger. Now here they say encoding new information, practice and repetition, long-term memory formation. So if you take an example of building a jigsaw puzzle, At the beginning, it's new information. You don't know what it is. It's just a whole lot of pieces. You don't have a picture to follow and build it with. But the first time you make it, it will be very difficult. There will be pieces all over the place. But the second time you make it, it's going to be easier because the neurons are now building more pathways and connecting to each other. So practice and repetition will make these connections stronger, and it will help to build long-term memory formations. Next slide, please. Now here what Madam said was some activities that we can have. So one thing she said was close your eyes. You need to imagine, picture yourself achieving what you want. So for example, now although this is for children, we need to first mold ourselves. So if I take an example saying I close my eyes and I think I'm on stage receiving the best preschool teacher award in South Asia. Okay, so you need to picture yourself and it has to be in the present. Use present tense verbs when you're thinking about it so that you are living in that moment. Each time you do this, you will create that in your mind and you will live in that moment, making it a reality in future. The second one is physical expressions. Usually we see others and we are able to identify how they feel. For example, we teach children to identify emotions by facial expressions. That's one of the lessons we all have. So what we can do is identify our own emotions. We can't see. It's easy to see someone else's face and think, oh, they're not smiling today. Something must be wrong. So you can approach them. You can talk to them kindly. Maybe you can just tap them a little. That physical contact can give them comfort. But do you do that to yourself? When do we actually connect with ourselves and comfort ourselves? If you can, think, I'm feeling tired, I'm feeling really low, and give yourself a hug. You don't need anyone else to really do it for you. Or if you're feeling really good, yes, I did it. That physical action can make a really big difference because you are connecting more neurons in your brain because your body is also giving you that stimulation. Another thing you have to remember is building your mind takes time. It's like setting up each brick and then you build a really solid house. Remember the story of the three little pigs? The first one went the easy route and built it out of straw, but it wasn't strong enough. So you need to take time and build brick by brick every day, and then in the end, you will see very good results. So in Sinhalese, there is a saying also, "Hitatnam patakudada." So it means that if you have your mind, you set your mind to a goal, there's nothing that you can't achieve. The next one is, are you going to hold on to the situation or are you going to set it free? So we need to tell children if something is there that is making you feel uncomfortable. Okay, are you going to hang on to that emotion, hang on to that situation and live with it continuously? Or are you just going to let it go? Let it go, it's out of your mind, and live your life without binding yourself to that unpleasant situation. Next slide, please. So here it is the thank you, and it is actually the next exercise as well, being thankful. So I am going to be thankful to Mrs. Meena Yamanur for teaching us all these great ways to help build ourselves. We are teachers, we think about helping and developing and all those words about other people, but not ourselves. So thank you, Mrs. Meena Yamanur, for helping and teaching us to do this. And a very big thank you to Janaka Kamalgoda sir for giving us this opportunity so that we can be better ourselves and in turn be better for our children. Thank you.
Yes, good evening, everyone. So, I'm here to do a presentation about intelligence and work style of learning. So, first of all, I would like to thank Mr. Kamangoda Sir and Rashmi Ma'am and the South Asia International Association for Early Childhood Care and Development for giving us this opportunity to speak in this conference, in this platform here. And special thanks for Miss Meena Ma'am, who has conducted a wonderful lecture series to us. And another special thanks for my presenters here, Miss Vimuri. You can see myself, Dilshad, and Dulanji. So, yes, let's dive into the lesson. So, before moving into the lesson, Meena ma'am told us, she asked us a small question like, we are going to see how smart we are, and we are going to find out the likes, your like towards to a teacher. So let's recall our school or college days. Tell me, who is your favorite teacher? Do you have any favorite teachers? Why do you like her? The reason? Why is that? Why do you like your favorite teacher? Any teachers you all can answer me. Then maybe you like the teacher, or maybe you like the teacher because of her learning style, or you like the learning style because of the learning style you like the teacher. So how many do you feel the different method of teaching is taught? So as we know, as we teachers, there are different methods of teaching. So we say teacher centered styles are there, but that we do, it's actually a traditional method, but now we are into a student centered learning. And then we can say modern innovative styles are there, and then first life's adaptive styles are there. So there are different teacher styles. But now today we are going to see walk style of learning. Now, what does it mean by walk style of learning? So when we are learning, the V stands for visual learners. So yes, visual learners. Then the the letter A stands for the auditory, oral learners. That means they learn by listening. So visual learners actually, the next slide, I hope my colleague will explain more deeply. So visual learners, they learn through images and diagrams and charts. Then the letter A stands for auditory and oral learners. So they learn through their uh, oral skill, listening and speaking skills. And then R stand for reading along with writing. So they like learn through reading or writing. And then the K stand for kinesthetic learners. That means they learn through by doing. So actually, when I reflect about myself, I'm a very kinesthetic learner. So I will learn by doing, moving, and with lots of experience. So let's see more details about walk style learning. Thank you so much.
Thank you, teacher. Now we are as Sashna teacher said, V stands for visual, A stand for auditory, R for reading or writing, and K stand for kinesthetic. These are the learning styles. We like, as you can see in this picture, these are the work learning styles. We sometimes realize that we don't have we only have one learning styles. No, we might have many learning styles. Some are visual learners plus reading and writing. Some have all four learning styles. So, likewise, for an example, Meena ma'am elaborate something about the Gurukula system. In past Gurukula learning system, they have to do things to learn many things, right? They have to physically do something to learn. Whatever the skills they need to improve, they have to actively perform it to learn. A lot of kinesthetic activities are there, physical activities are involved. Like sitting in front of your guru, they have to listen what the guru was saying. And then after that, make this, they have
I think Dulanji's signals dropped. Am I to continue with the next slide?
Yes, February, you can continue the next slide.
Okay, so now we are looking at nature and being nature smart. So before we talked about being a visual learner, kinesthetic learner. Now this is being a naturalistic learner, being nature smart. How do we learn through nature? There are people who find it very difficult to stay in indoor spaces for a long time without feeling uncomfortable, and they like to be outdoors. There's also now, because so many people are indoors for too long, they have these things that you've got to have. It's kind of a forest spa, just being among trees so that you absorb that natural environment and you breathe in the fresh air and all of that. So when you are a naturalistic learner, you can have all the other learners as well within an open natural space. The visual learner can learn by seeing. If you take the birds, they will see all the different colored birds, the different shapes, different beaks. When you take the auditory learner, they can identify the birds through their sounds, their calls. Then a person who's into reading and writing, they can draw the birds, they can color the different the colors of their feathers. Then when you take a kinesthetic learner, you can tell them how the different birds fly. Some of them flap their wings, some of them soar, some of them hover. So that kind of thing is also there. Then looking into a lesson, what Meena ma'am said is, we don't really only have to think about is it a physical activity, is it for cognitive development, and those things that we usually look into. We can also talk about, is this activity going to help the child with spirituality and their values? So, if we take a nature collage as an example for the lesson, the basic activity will be to take a nature walk, collect the items that you find, leaves, flowers, petals, all those things, and then the children can touch them, feel them. Are they rough? Are they smooth? What are the colors? All of that, big, small, everything you can have. Then the extension activity can move on to the language development with vocabulary. So, like I said, the children can take one item from what they've selected and say, this is a big leaf or this is a green leaf. So, they're developing their language and vocabulary as well. This in turn moves on to mathematical concepts where they are learning big, small. Then you can also take the shapes, maybe the petals. Some flowers have more circular shape, some have more pointed, like a triangular shape. So, all those things we can learn. Then, science, we can look at the parts of a tree. Then, for art, we can make a nice collage, and then around that, you can color in the sky and the ground or any creative way that the children want to do it. Now, the spiritual aspect of an activity like this is, we can tell the children, like in when you're doing ikebana, you can't just go and sniff a flower off. There's a method to do it. You need to purify yourself. You need to have a mental connection with that tree or plant that you're going to take the flower from, and you need to ask permission to take it. So you've got to be very delicate so that you don't harm the rest of the plant when you are cutting off the flowers or the leaves, and always have a bowl of fresh water to put them into, so that the flower or the leaf that you cut off doesn't get, like, it's shocked when it's, say you are, someone just comes and takes you out of your house and chucks you somewhere else. Okay, so it's like that. So you need to be very gentle and careful with what you do, so children can also do these activities and understand a more spiritual level of the trees and the plants and them also having feelings just like us. And we can also look at how the environment, everything that nature provides without expecting anything from us. They don't tell us, you give this, I will give it back to you, like human relationships. No, they just give. So we need to always be thankful for what we receive. So we must also help children to understand the values. So in the activity of making a nature collage, we get to respect nature. You can share your materials with your friends. So there you are getting, okay, no, I got this stuff, I'm going to make it on my own. No, you share so that not only yours is beautiful, even your friend's one is beautiful. You learn to take care of each other, and you can tell the children by appreciating everybody's different and unique creative ideas that they can. You don't tell them, okay, you're developing values, but you are instilling those values within the children so that it will be with them for always. Thank you.
About the sense. She says to take small, smooth stones and give the children to draw the different emotions, happy, sad, angry, uh, so that the children and provide them with paint. So the children start to draw the feelings. Now we can see in our society. It's very difficult to control a child. We can't understand, as parents or teachers, we can't understand why they cry, even for hunger or whatever. The reason we don't know. So the problem we face is there are some problems. So that we should make them understand these emotions. So emotion stones are very good activity, very interesting activity. So let children grow the emotions and wherever draw the emotions. Later, we can take them and discuss in a circle time. We can discuss how do you feel happiness? When do you feel happy? When do you feel sad? When do you feel angry? So when we discuss in our circle time, the children start to uh, give their emotions out and they say why they get. Sometimes there are lots of things have uh, struggles and struck to themselves. So this circle time will be very helpful for them to to give their emotions or to tell their uh, personal experience to us, so that it's a very good activity to make self smart in preschools and other primary education. And when we take spiritual activity, these emotion stones are very important. We can explain the emotion is a part of our journey. We have to face we have to face in our journey, in our life journey. Happiness may come, the sadness may come, there will be fear. So every emotion we should accept. So if we can give these emotions or give this understand these children can understand and grow in wisdom and empathy, so that this love and kindness and also empathy give the children to face them very uh, courageously in their lives with different emotions. Children will accept the journey, what they face through their journey, and accept every and each part of their lives. And when we take the values of self-smart, we can show them the self-awareness from the emotions, happiness, sadness, angry, moody, these things. We can show them the awareness, and we can uh, emphasize to accept these emotions, because this is our part of life. So this encourage the acceptance of all emotions, and also value, and it will be increase the emotional intelligence of the children. So thank you so much, Mrs. Meena Yamanur ma'am, for giving us valuable lecture in this lecture series. We learned a lot about the body smart and kinesthetic activities and emotional intelligence. So thank you so much, Mrs. Meena Yamanur. And also we would like to thank this international. Thank you.
Welcome you all to our group presentation, STEAM Education Level 1, Group 1 English Medium. So we are talking about Module 2, Lecture 10, Body Smart. Next slide, please. This is our academic lecturer, Mrs. Meena Yamanur from India. Next slide, please. These are the co-presenters, Vimuri Nogegoda, founder of World of Wonder Early Childhood Education Center, Ms. Fatima Sajna Rafi, founder and coach trainer for World in Sri Lanka, Ms. Dilshad Siddika, Naja International School, Dehiwala, and myself, Dulanchi Dahanayaka, principal of MFA Montessori, Biagama. Next slide, please. Yeah. Actually, in previous slide, in this slide, we are talking about today's session. We are going to know about how body smart and people smart. In this slide, Meena ma'am told that she saw teachers are implementing what they have learned so far in the previous lectures, what they have learned, and their applications of the knowledge that they have learned so far. So she saw on Facebook, one of the teachers are implementing what they have learned in previous lessons knowledge. Next slide, please. Body smart. Body smart is nothing but kinesthetic activities. Mat weaving, like mind, hand, eyes are stimulating. When you take, for an example, mat weaving, these things are stimulating when the kids are doing this. Fine motor skills are improving. Next slide, please. This is what we are talking about, mat weaving. Weave or like tie fabric strips. All waste clothes can be given. Good fine motor skill development activity. Next slide, please. Yeah. According to the activity, you can see the extension, the activities weaving or tie fabric stripes to create a mat, enhancing fine motor skills and creativity. The extension, what is extension? Actually, the team collaboration, assigning different tasks. Cutting can be done by using scissors in one group. Weaving can be done as a group activity for another group. From these activities, we can promote teamwork. We have to name the activities, what we are going to do, and should present it as well. Next slide, please. Next slide, please. Yeah, the spiritual component. What is spiritual component? If we take basket weaving, for an example, bamboo baskets, who will do? Like, why will they do that? How much of the effort that they are putting? Likewise, if we can emphasize on that, they are going to develop the habit of thinking themselves. They are recognizing the value of the contribution. Meena ma'am asked, like everyone, Meena ma'am like explained that everyone cannot do every work, right? We can't do the work done by a mason. We can't do the work, what the doing is a carpenter's work. We are not special about that work. So we can't do that. He is excellent in his work. And we need to, if we are like manufacturing, constructing a home, we need to get the paint work done from other person who are like pro about that activity. Likewise, we need to get from their help to my work. So likewise, so children should know the value of the people, respect the people in the community. How we treat people is also essential task that we need to learn, we need to teach to our kids without making them down. Each one is equal, and even to the garbage collecting person, to the laborer, we have to think as a same. In this weaving mat activity, the mat, it can be symbolized the understand between each other, going together, being together. That's what it says. Next slide, please. No, the previous one. Sorry. Yeah. Yes. the value lot of creativity is there. They bring out the beauty of whatever they are doing. The cooperation is there. If you can see next the previous slide, please. If you can see here, value, the creativity, cooperation, and environmental awareness. Actually, activities should done with fresh materials, according to Meena ma'am's talking and what she has presented. She's told that she's working with waste materials. Meena ma'am said that she's proud to call as best out of waste teacher. So any waste, she's up to create it to a teaching material. So more about how we can recycling even. We are not just wasting the things what we have in our environment. We need to think and use it again and again, to especially for our teaching materials, without taking everything with the money. Environmental awareness and like consciousness about the environment should be there. Thank you.
Now we are looking at ball games. So usually this comes in when we are talking about physical activities, when we want to give children something to build their gross motor skills. But today we are looking at ball games to talk about developing their spiritual and values as well. Next slide, please. So the activities that we can have: use soft balls for simple throwing and catching games, and gradually increasing the difficulty. So we can start off by passing it to one child, then maybe we can tell them to pair up and pass it between each other, then maybe make little groups. This can also be done with maybe a pattern, say you've got to stand in a zigzag order. So the game can change by starting with a simple activity and then moving on to a more difficult one. The extension is cooperative play. So this is all kind of guided play, but now we are bringing the children to cooperative play where they have to work as a team. So children work together to keep in the air, to keep a ball in the air. So it can be a balloon. So children play keepy uppy where they have to continuously keep the balloon in the air, and if it falls down, they're out. So here you can't be alone. You have to make sure that you work with your team. You have to communicate with them. You have to collaborate with them. So all these skills get developed by a very small activity like this. Then there is another game they can do to pass it in a specific pattern. So the children can pass the balls overhead, then through their legs. So it can be a pattern, or they can have to take the ball, run through the cones in a zigzag. So this kind of thing, true, it does develop their physical skills, but it also will help them with their social skills, as well as when we go to the next slide, we will see the spiritual and values. Next slide, please. So spiritual component is to emphasize the importance of working together and supporting each other to achieve a common goal. Now here we have to remember, we are teaching the children to work together and be happy even whether they win or lose. Do we as adults give the children a good example of this? Are the teachers in the school working together? Are they collaborating, or are they competing with each other? Competing is okay as long as it's healthy competition and you don't try to bring the other person down. So through these games, we can teach the children how to work with each other and see that everybody tries to succeed. The value is cooperation and teamwork. It fosters this collaboration and the understanding of power of working together. Next slide, please. The next activity is an obstacle course. So the activity given here is to set up a simple obstacle course using pillows, chairs, and hoops for children to jump, crawl, and balance through. So the children will find it really enjoyable, and it will develop their coordination and spatial awareness as well. So the extension can be a course variation. Regularly change the course to keep it challenging and inspire creative thinking. This kind of little obstacle courses can be set up throughout the school or the classroom where the children had to follow arrows that are drawn on the floor. So they got to turn their foot according to that side, or follow really big footsteps, or jump into colored squares when they're going to wash their hands. So this can be done not only outdoors, but it can be done as a regular activity indoors as well. Next slide, please. So the obstacle course, so the obstacle course, we got to think about the spiritual components here. It frames the course as a journey, teaching that overcoming obstacles requires perseverance and creativity. At the start, some children might be afraid to attempt something, or they might try it and they will fail. But we need to guide them and tell them it's okay. You did fail or you feel afraid. You accept that emotion, you understand your emotion, and you take the courage to move on from there. You get together and you and work with a friend so that both of you hold hands and have to cross a little plank like a bridge, so that you have someone with you. The next time you can try it on your own. So this kind of things helps the children to get it within themselves that true enough there will be obstacles in their life, but what they have to do is identify the obstacle and then see how they can overcome it. The values they will learn here are resilience and problem solving. It will encourage children, it encourages determination and understanding that challenges can be overcome with effort. So we need to tell children it's not going to be easy. You will have to work hard. Someone else won't solve your problems for you. You need to be able to solve your own problems. When you fall down, you need to stand up on your own. There's not always going to be someone who is going to be there to give a lending hand. But teach them that as well. If you see someone who is in trouble, who has fallen, be the person who is there to pick them up. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Yeah. The next slide is group story creation. Here what we do is, next slide please, a story and give opportunity to each and every child to make a sentence or an idea to build a story. So actually we can take some stories, famous stories, what we teach to our children, like the hat seller, the hare and tortoise, the run race of the hare and tortoise, and the fox and the grapevine. So the teacher can start with the story and give each and every child to make a sentence. Even we can separate the characters among the children and can ask them to build the story one by one with a sentence. So this extension, when we take, we discuss. Discussion happens in these group stories. So reflect each children's contribution. Each and every child tells a sentence about the story. So there is a contribution with the children, and it highlights the importance of collaboration, working together. Here, what happens, the kids do group activities. It helps them to discuss collaboratively. So working together is a very good emotion, otherwise a very good habit to teach the children at this age. It reflects child's contribution too. And next slide, please. Yeah, when we take spiritual component, how these group story activities help to develop when we take it taking together, and every child develops the wisdom in the story. And not only in the schools, we should tell the parents also, make them they get the children to work together at home for cleaning, washing, even having meals. All should get together so that the children learn how to work together at home as well as in school and in the society. So there will be a very good, peaceful community in the future when when we teach them this collaboration. And when we take values, when we take values, Shasna, can you all hear me? Thank you.
Yes, Nisha,
Yes, you
continue.
can say about the values.
Yeah. When we take the values, we have collaboration. It means working together as one family and the communication. Actually, we have those problems at the present society. We have a lot of misunderstanding. We don't communicate properly. So that from preschool, we can start this, to how to communicate, how to work together, so that the children give their ideas and there will be a very good communication among the children. This encourage the teamwork and also the collective and demonstrate the collective efforts to lead to richer, more creativity outcomes. Over to you, Shazna.
Thank you. So now we are going to speak about buddy painting. So what is meant by buddy painting? Buddy painting is a collaborative art activity where two or more children paint together on the same paper, maybe canvas or surface. So through this activity, we can see pairing children to create a drawing together on the same paper. So, which through this activity, what we can see is the extensions, the communication, have them discuss, agree on a theme or image before they start to promote the teamwork. So, through this extension, we can see the children will have a good communication skills through body work. Next comes the spiritual components. So, highlight the beauty of different perspective coming together to create something new. So, with this, we can see the different spiritual perspective of the children, and then how they are going to create in their art. Again, through this activity, the value comes for cooperation and mutual respect. So more than say, we can say when it comes to value, the children where they will improve their social skills, communication skills, creative skills, then fine motor skills and confidence skills. So encourage sharing, listening, respecting each other. That means the children, they will talk to each other, they will share their thoughts, and then they respect each other, even through body working, the way we build the confidence, where working with it reduces confidence, means like body work reduces the fear of making mistakes. So your children will be more confident working together with their peer. So that's it for today's session. I would like to thank everyone. We'll see you in another session then. Thank you.